What's it like to live in a $4 billion US nuclear sub? Man, so I recently watched the new Mission Impossible movie, and there was a lot of scenes that were that showed what it was like to live in a sub, and it just made me think, just to live in, like, despite this thing having, good food, you've got, your friends there that you're working with, you're still deep underwater, away from your family and friends, like living with nuclear weapons. Like, what must it be like? What goes through the sailors' minds? Like, how do they cope with the isolation, the distance from their family, distance from the surface?
Living and working inside a U.S. Navy submarine means spending months deep beneath the ocean in one of the most advanced and secretive machines ever built.
Food looks good, though.
Meals are served 4 times a day due to rotating shifts: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midrats, or midnight rations.
I mean, the food has to be good because morale, has to be kept as high as you can, considering how they're living. The eggs look good.
The crew consists of around 155 sailors, including officers and enlisted personnel. It is crucial to maintain strict hygiene and grooming standards on a submarine, as up to 150 crew members live in close quarters for months at a time.
Up to the deck. One thing it will make you is organized, won't it? Like, you will be super like disciplined because you got to wake up at a certain time. You've got to do your duties, your activities, training. It's going to make you like a real, organized, structured person.
The submarine is powered by a nuclear reactor, enabling it to remain submerged for months without refueling and providing it with virtually unlimited endurance and high-speed capability.
Wow, so this is a bedroom that they all share? This is crazy, man.
Crew members sleep in small berthing compartments, typically in 3-tiered bunks.
Wow. So that's your bedroom. That tiny little space is your bedroom. That's the only part of the sub that you can call like your own.
So it's 6 people to every berthing until you go to like 18-man, which is a larger berthing, which is a larger living space. And it can get up to 34 people, depending on if they're hot wrecking, which means once one person goes on watch, the other person gets a chance to go to sleep. So I had to take off my shoes. I don't want to. Yeah, I had to turn this way because I don't want to.
Yeah, how do you get up there? Wow.
That's pretty much how it's done.
Man, that's a tight fit, man.
Like that, you see a bigger guy like me. But the good thing about a berthing that's like up at this level, I can scoot up at night, have a little bit of room. I have my fan right here, my foot locker. Then when I'm ready to go to bed, I just scoot down, close my curtains, call it a night.
Wow. I knew that the dorms would be small, but smaller than I thought. Yeah, smaller than I thought.
There is no natural light inside. All lighting is artificial and follows a 24-hour cycle. Submarines are equipped with a small barber shop to help crew members maintain hygiene and grooming standards during long deployments.
Wow, it's like a maze in there. You know, there's so many like little turns and corridors.
The USS Wyoming carries up to 20 Trident II D5 missiles, each with multiple nuclear warheads. It also has 4 torpedo tubes for self-defense against enemy vessels.
I'll be looking for an opportunity here to make our way down towards the south and get our beams pointed out to the west to look for our contact.
The submarine spends about 70% of its time underwater during a patrol.
So I'm guessing he's plotting the route that they're going to take in the sub. I thought that would all be done by computer systems by now.
Fresh air is generated using an oxygen generator and CO2 scrubbers.
I'm guessing these guys have just been, you know, maybe they've just completed their training. This is their first maybe deployment. It kind of looks like they're being initiated.
Water is obtained through reverse osmosis systems, converting seawater into drinking water.
I think these guys have just joined.
The reactor produces steam, which powers turbines for propulsion and electricity.
Like all of this stuff, it's so technical, you know, there's so much going on in here.
The engine room is extremely loud due to the constant operation of heavy machinery, making ear protection mandatory to prevent hearing damage and ensure safe communication in high noise conditions.
Batten down the mizzenmast. Rig the mainsail. Oh, sorry.
The control room is where navigation and operations are conducted. It is typically manned by 5 to 15 personnel, depending on the class of the submarine and the operational requirements.
I would love to see where the captain stays. I'm sure he's got his own room. I'm sure he probably doesn't even eat the same food as the main crew.
There is a strict no-fire policy due to the high risk in a confined space. The ship has no windows. All outside views are through the periscope and sonar.
Wow, yeah.
Sonar is used to detect other vessels and navigate underwater.
Yeah, it just hit me that there's no windows. And even if there were, there'd be nothing to see because they're so deep down underwater. It'd be like pitch black. Wow.
It is essential for submarine crew members to build strong, trusting relationships as they live and work in close quarters for extended periods. The longest recorded continuous submerged patrol for an Ohio-class sub was over 140 days.
Wow. More than 3 months. Oof.
The USS Wyoming's top speed is over 20 knots, but the exact speed is classified.
How do they get food stock? Because usually on an aircraft carrier, I think it gets like flown in by helicopters, or does it always have like enough food for like, you know, if it's going to be deployed for 3 months, does it already have 3 months worth of food on it before it goes down?
Nuclear power allows the submarine to stay submerged for over 90 days.
Dude, it must be so nice to stand on the top of it right now, just to see some light, some sunlight, you know, just some nature.
The only reason to surface is for supplies or maintenance.
Okay, so they get supplies in.
Crew members work in 6-hour shifts, meaning the submarine operates 24/7.
Like, look how much these two are concentrating. They're just like zoned in, locked in.
The periscope allows officers to check the surface while remaining submerged.
Really, Ned. Yes, sir, Con I.
It's a Torino. The ship's ready for that with the following station comes up here.
Sleep deprivation is common due to shift work and no daylight cues.
Yeah, shift work can be brutal. Once I did a night job for a week when I was a student in a warehouse. Man, that was tough. Because not only was it like night work, but it was physically exhausting. So yeah, working in a shift pattern must be even harder.
So we're just waiting on the engine signal to go off. Yeah, for sure. T-SubCom report.
County is 7 gain, IG2 van contact.
It is the submarine's commanding officer, CO, who is in charge, holding ultimate authority and responsibility for the vessel's operations, crew, and mission execution.
Interesting. So there's no captain, it's the commanding officer. Why is that? I thought that all like water, ships had a captain.
My role as a commanding officer is ultimately I'm responsible for everything that occurs on the ship, and I'm responsible for all the sailors on board the ship too. So that's quite a bit of responsibility, but it's a very exciting challenge every day. So in those responsibilities, I'm responsible for training the crew with the years of experience, about 16 years of experience that I have now in the submarine force through the variety of different mission sets that we do. And then also looking out for their health, morale, and welfare as well.
Food is high calorie due to the high energy demands of duty.
Open that fence. That fence open.
Dude, this thing is a well-oiled machine. Everybody knows what they're meant to do. You know, everybody's just getting on with the job. There's no like, you know, whining. Everyone's just like locked in.
Alcohol is strictly banned on submarines to ensure crew safety, alertness, and mission readiness. Even slight impairment in such a high-risk, confined environment can be dangerous.
True. Even on their birthdays, though? On their birthday, can they have a drink? Are there any exceptions?
If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Brilliant video. Brilliant video. This really was an in-depth look at what it would be like to be on a sub. And, you know, it would be challenging. It really would for me. Like, even if the food was amazing, even if I had really good relationships with my bunkies, the people that I dorm with, you know, just being away from family and friends for 3 months at a time and not being able to contact them. Like, are they able to send messages and things like that? Like, because this is the thing, they're underwater. Like, what's internet access going to be like down there? You know, so like if I had internet access and I could, you know, FaceTime, I could probably do it. It would be hard for sure, but I could probably do it. If I didn't have any internet, like if internet was really like hard to come by and I couldn't, you know, call or FaceTime, you know, my friends and family, it would be really tough. It would be really tough. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.